everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are testing out some new Physicians Formula products that were sent to me in the mail, so thank you so much for that. We're going to be testing out the new butter collection for eyes and complexion. They have an eyebrow pen, which I can't use. I tried to use it. I filmed this video already, kinda, but it didn't work out for me because I had something on my face, a foundation, that really was not working for me. So I kind of restarted this video and did it all over again. I did try out the eyebrow pen, but it's way too dark for me, so it just didn't work, so I won't be trying that today. There are 2 blushes in this collection, also 1 face powder and 2 eyeshadow palettes as well. So we're gonna get right into the video. I'm going to first set my face with this guy. This is the Butter Believe It face powder. So this is a translucent powder. It is infused with their exclusive butter blend to deliver a radiant, natural looking glow. Incredibly creamy, soft texture combines the best features to powder to cream for a lasting, buttery, smooth, skin enhancing finish like any other. So we're gonna put that on my face right now. I actually have set my under eyes with some product, but I have not set my face yet. So I'm gonna go in with this powder puff here that I love from Makeup Forever. So we're gonna go with that. They actually do provide a little brush at the bottom of this package, which is really nice and all, but I'm not gonna set my whole face with it. So I'm gonna go in with a little powder puff. The smell on this is absolutely phenomenal. It smells like a dream, like you're on the beach sipping some pina coladas, which I need to go to a beach. I do. I need to get away from this. I've not been away in over 2 years, and I used to go away like a few times a year, and I'm really missing kind of doing normal things in life. But yeah, so this right off the bat, definitely translucent. I was kind of worried because of this like darker strip down here, but it is a very light powder. I would say if you're super pale, this kind of bottom portion might be a little bit dark for you. For me, it works really nicely. It is setting my makeup, taking away the shine, and I'm liking it. It looks nice. Doesn't look too heavy on the face as well, kind of just giving my skin like an airbrush look and feel. So next up we have 2 blushes. One is the Butter Believe It blush. The other one is the Butter Blush. One is a matte finish and then one has more of a kind of shine to it. The Butter Believe It Pink Sands blush, this one right here, is the one with more of a radiance to it. Now when I swatched this on the back of my hand, it is very light. It's a very light blush. So if you are super fair in complexion, I think you will like this. I think it will be just enough color for you, and it does have a nice glow to it. It's not a sparkle, but more of a sheen, which I think is really, really beautiful. We have this guy right here, which is their Matte Monoi blush in Mauve Mattes. Very pigmented, this one, but this one has a lot of kickback, like a lot, when you use a brush. But the pigment on this is like super crazy. It's really nice. So again, a lot of kickback in the pan, but when you put it on your face, it's very smooth, it's very buttery, and they both smell like a dream. So first what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the lighter one with the sheen just to give you a look and feel of what it will look like on my complexion. And then we will go in with the more pigmented one, the matte one. I actually haven't tried this on my face yet, to be honest. In the first video I didn't really use it. So you can see, it does give you color. So again, if you are on the paler side, very light complexion, I think this will be enough color for you. And you can kind of see that it does have a bit of a shine to it, not a sparkle, more of a sheen. It's cute and all, but I feel like for my complexion, it just doesn't really do anything for me. I think what's really giving me color is this one ribbon kind of strip of peach. I think that's giving me a little bit more of the color. For me, this one's definitely a little bit too light, but I think it's very beautiful. But I'm probably gonna give it away because I won't really use it that much. And you know what I'm just noticing? I wanted to add a tiny bit of bronzer to my face because it is a little bit not contoured, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna add a little bit of this guy right here. This is their Matte Monoi Butter Blush. Again, these bronzers are absolutely amazing. They smell so good. They're so soft on the skin, easy to use, easy to blend. Okay, that's a little bit better, adding a little bit more of a chisel to the face. Here, this is their Matte Monoi Butter Blush. Beautiful little design, tropical feels. I'm gonna dip in, tap off. See the difference? This one, like one little swipe-a-roo and you got nice color happening. I love it. It's really weird. The coloring in the pan is kind of, honestly in stores I feel like people would be a little bit scared of this because that purpley, kind of mauvey purple color, it's a little bit, like if I was walking by in the store and I saw this, I'd be like, this is a cool design. Probably will pass just because of that purplish, like you could kind of see it. It looks pretty dark and not like a blush color people would normally go for, but then when you put it on the face, it's just like beautiful, peachy, stunning color. I don't know, it's like magic. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Hollywood Glow palette. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the highlight shade. Just need a little tiny bit of a glow, just to kind of, you know, spruce up the mood, you know? Everyone needs a little glow in their life. I'm gonna go in with the setting spray, Florence by Mills setting spray here. Okay, so now we're moving along to eyeshadow. I've not applied eyeshadow on my channel in a very long time. We have two different palettes. One is a matte Monoi butter eyeshadow palette, which is really nice. Love a good matte shadow palette. The next one is the Butter Believe It eyeshadow palette called Bronze Nudes, which has a lot of, you know, glitter kind of sparkle kind of thing happening over here. They're both highly pigmented. They're liquid to powder matte eyeshadows. They're infused with their butter blend. I think the packaging is really cute. I actually like a sleeker, slimmer package now just because with my makeup storage behind me now, I've actually bought some proper storage, so maybe one day I could show my collection, but I just find when you have a bulkier eyeshadow palette and it's a lot of packaging, it's really hard to store things like that. So these are really small, they're sleek, they're cardboard, which is great, I'm assuming for the environment. I don't know if they talk about anything like that, but not plastic, I believe, more on the paper kind of side, which is nice. The matte shades are looking good, but they are a little bit on the lighter side, but on the eye they could apply a little bit dark. I don't really know, but they do look a little bit light. So if you have a deeper complexion, not too sure how these are really going to show up on your eye. This side though is looking really promising. So I'm going to use both palettes and kind of incorporate them in some sort of eye look on my eye. So first I'm going to go in with this guy right here. I do find with the butter eyeshadow palettes, the other ones that I have that I've reviewed on my channel, there is a lot of kickback as well with those. So I think it's just the formula. You can tell it's giving me color, it is, but is it a lot of color? Not really. But there's something happening. It's just not a lot. So it's very subtle, you know, easy to blend. If you're trying to do something in the crease but you don't want a lot, it is pretty. It's very nice. It's a very nice, you know, brown color. I would just say though, if you have a deeper complexion than me, this might not show up very well. Now, if I go in with this shade, for instance, this guy here, this is more on the taupey side. I don't really love a taupey eyeshadow, but anyways, this is on like the grayish, not so much brown anymore side. So we're gonna go in with a little bit of that just to see, I need a little bit more color in the crease. Okay, it's giving me some, you know, grayish, is that a word? Grayish, brownish beige, grayish. Giving me some grayish vibes. I just made up my own color, but that's okay. You feel me. Very pretty, looking nice, soft. Blending it out to the outer tail of my eyebrow. Truthfully, I think it's because the formula in these, they're supposed to be like they say, a cream to powder, and I think they really pick up nicely when you're pressing, you know, whether it's like a sponge, and they press really nice with the finger, really, really nice. But obviously when you're applying a crease shade, you can't really use your finger to apply it. So I think these work better with almost like a sponge-like applicator, and not so much like a blending brush, because when you pick it up you are getting the powder kind of just going everywhere. Let's do some sparkle, because why not? We're gonna do some sparkle today. I'm going to take with my finger, because I think this will work the best, this shade right here, and it does. This is really nice. See, when I use my finger with this sparkly kind of gold khaki color, awesome. If, for instance, if I go in with a brush, what happens? I don't know. This could be a different kind of palette. Not as much. There is kickback happening, but not as much as this matte palette. So again, these apply a lot nicer with the finger. The other thing I'm noticing that's actually really nice is I'm not getting fallout, which is lovely. You know, I'm not getting, even with the matte shades that I just used, I don't have little crumbly things on my face, which is really nice. Just picked up a little bit more of that sparkly shade on this brush here, just to kind of really blend it nicely in the crease. For my inner corner, this guy right here is screaming my name. It's like this blinding, really pretty beige kind of color. It's really nice. Champagne is what I should say. And I really want to use this gold shade as well, so I'm going to pick a little bit of this up and just press it in the very center where the light kind of just really hits your eye. Right in line with the pupil. And I'm going to take a little brush as well because my fingers are just too large and in charge, but that's okay. I'm going to take a little brush, pick up that gold shade as well, add some of this shiny gold shade to my inner corner. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm going to use the kind of sparkly palette, and they give you 2 matte shades in this palette. So there's this guy here and this guy. I'm going to go in with the lighter brown. I just want to see how this comes across underneath my eye. Oh, I have pigment. I do. There is pigment. I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of this dark shade as well, and I'm going to apply it to the outer corner of my eye. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of this black, and I'm going to start to kind of wing it out like I was using a liquid eyeliner almost, just to create a cat eye. I would say the black obviously is not like stark black by any means. It's really easy though to kind of wing out and smoke out if that's the kind of vibe that you're going for. It does have a little bit of a brown undertone as well when you kind of blend it, which is nice because it's not too dark. I'm actually going to go in with the Physicians Formula Matte Monoi Butter Eyeliner. We're going to go with that. I'm just going to go up in the lash line here, in the waterline, with the Florence by Mills. This is the What's My Line eyeliner. I really love this in the shade Action. It's really good. I find it stays on. It's pretty black. This Physicians Formula eyeliner as well, the liquid one I just used to create the wing. I find it so black. It's really nice. It dries matte too. I'm not the biggest lover of this kind of application of an eyeliner. I just find once it gets in your eyelashes, it kind of doesn't make your mascara go on as nice. But I find if you can keep it off your lashes, it's really, really pretty. And I also think people really like an applicator like this as well. It just kind of depends on what you prefer when applying an eyeliner, but it's really nice. I'm gonna do a coat of mascara using the Physicians Formula Butter Blowout Mascara. I haven't used this in a while, so we're going to use a coat of this, and then I'm going to apply, I think, a little bit of a lash. If you've never tried this mascara, the smell on this is amazing. It's the same as the powders. It has that really nice smell. So if you hate that kind of chemical smell that mascaras normally have, you will really like this. I find this is good for lengthening and gives you some volume. It doesn't give you like over the top length by any means, but it does give the volume, gives some length. It is nice for separation. Doesn't get clumpy. For the bottom lashes, I'm going in with a little bit of this Lancome Lashy Dole. I love this for the bottom lashes. I also wanted to show you this because I never really talked about it, but this is the Butter Palm Feathered Micro Brow Pen. Again, like I said, I did try it, but it was way too dark for me. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. This is the universal kind of brown color. It has a little bit of taupe, a little bit of warmth to it. It's kind of like a 50-50 mix. And when I did use it on my brow, I found that it really worked easily, and you're supposed to use it on clean skin, I guess, without the foundation and stuff. I had foundation on, but I found it really did a great job with the pigmentation of it. My brows are so thick and so coarse and full, not so much on the tails, but like this kind of section of my eyebrows, that when I use something like this, it just looks like I have a Sharpie. I really like pens. The microblading kind of look looks really nice with somebody that has more of like a sparse kind of eyebrow, that they just want to create the hair-like strokes. For me, this was a bit too dark, but it went on really easily, and when it dries and it does not move. It's transfer and water resistant as well. So I think if you kind of like an eyebrow pen, this seems to be pretty promising. Just wish it just needs to be a little bit lighter for me to really use in my eyebrows. Okay, now for the eyeshadow palettes, look at my eyes. Okay, look at my eyes. I think they look really, really pretty. I really like the kind of glitter happening on the eye. One thing about these guys is, yes, there's some kickback, but when you use this, especially this palette, when you use it with your finger or something flat like a sponge even, they apply so beautifully and there's no fallout. So if you love to use a glitter or kind of a sparkle, this formula is amazing for not having like the crumbles all over your face. If I had to pick between the two palettes, definitely going with the sparkle kind of palette, which is called the Butter Believe It eyeshadow palette. Really love this one. The matte one was good. I just find there's not a ton of color payoff in the matte one. If you have a lighter complexion, I think this would be really fabulous on you. For my complexion though, it didn't really have enough color. Obviously these two end shades here, and the lighter ones would be really great for like an all over setting color as well, which I think is nice. A lot of kickback though with this guy right here, but I think they're nice. I just really am more geared towards using this guy. This pressed powder, I think my skin looks fabulous. And just to let you know too, I used this Butter Believe It foundation before the video started, and my skin just looks very buttery, very dreamy. full coverage, really nice. And I also really just like the way that this set my face. So I'm gonna continue to use this as a setting powder, you know, throughout the week, just to really give you my thoughts and feels, but I'm really, really liking this. And then when it comes to the blushes, both were beautiful. This one here had a lot of kickback, but it's stunning. Like the shade is this beautiful kind of coral, peachy shade. It's very, very, in my opinion, deceiving in the package. Like it just doesn't come across as what's on my cheek as this kind of like in the pan, but it's beautiful. If you have a very light complexion, kind of very fairer than myself, this will look spectacular on you. It will give you that light kind of pink with the sheen and just the beauty of it all will just look amazing on your skin. Alright, this will be the end of my review. I really hope you did enjoy it. If you did, as always, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Thanks for watching.